New at 10 tonight, moving now to a story we've been waiting for all weekend, warming the hearts of West Texans. Tara Talmadge joining us now for a little more on the story.
This is a very sweet story. It started as a viral video online, one college athlete paying a surprise visit to his former fourth grade teacher. Local 2's Peter Terpstra shows how even the smallest gestures can have a lasting impact.
Oh my gosh, how
Our story starts here, in a classroom at Sam Houston Elementary.
First I walked in and she just kept staring at me. She didn't know I guess she didn't realize who I was.
Derron Gatewood surprises his old fourth grade teacher, Cindy Perales, face to face for the first time in more than a decade.
Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, just know that we skipped a few chapters. It's time to go back to high school.
He's the big brother, the oldest of 3 siblings, and he lives up to it at 6'2", 310 pounds, an offensive lineman at Texas El Paso. At Permian, honorable mention All-State, making his first start as a sophomore.
These kids are 18 and Derron is 14 going against. That's when he got his first start because a kid had got hurt. I lost it. I cried. I was shaking, and by the end of the game, when I noticed he could handle his own and he tackled the kid, we were losing bad. But I was like, yeah, that was a 14-year-old all day, all day.
Gatewood's now fighting for a starting spot at UTEP. He came back home for winter break, which brings us back.
My cousin's been telling me, like, hey, Miss Perales keeps in touch with you. She's always talking about you, and she watches all your football games. And I was just like, well, I haven't talked to her in forever. And then when I got home, my cousin works with her daughter and was telling me that that she was sick and she was in the hospital.
Perales is waiting on a kidney transplant. Gatewood came with gifts to give, a signed UTEP shirt, and a photo.
Knowing that she's followed me through all my years and never forgot about me, and she's always thinking about me. So, I mean, it made a huge impact on me. It keeps me going.
A giant with a big heart who knows even the little moments matter. Peter Terpstra, Local 2 Sports.
Great story, Peter. Thank you for that. And Cindy Perales did not want to be interviewed for this story, but she did write on our Facebook page that this was a great surprise.